Growth in Academics through Innovation in Neuroeducation is the EVSC's comprehensive approach to maximizing the potential of all students. Gain is the umbrella that includes all of our initiatives to ensure students are prepared to be successful throughout every stage of life. Educating the whole child in a complex world requires us to integrate academics with social-emotional learning. We understand the value of early learning for our youngest students while building college and career readiness as all students prepare for life after graduation. Gain includes the development of a shared vision for teaching and learning based on the latest research in neuroeducation. It is through our dedication to continuous improvement that we recognize the importance of building positive relationships, establishing a supportive climate and culture, and equipping all students to take ownership of their learning. Gain is how we brand the EVSC's overall approach to educating and preparing students for their future. It is what empowers us as educators.
So when we developed Gain, we created what's called a neurodevelopmentally sensitive and sequenced framework. And that framework provides a guideline or a roadmap really for our schools on how to implement Gain. At its foundation are the conditions for learning. Those conditions for learning are critical to maximizing student outcomes, both on the cognitive and social emotional side, because it turns on the learning centers of the brain. There's research that shows when students feel more connected, that engagement increases. When engagement increases, then learning increases. So there's some very specific things that we can do that we've learned from research in neuroeducation that allows us to apply that directly to the classroom. And that's infused throughout all of our schools, whether it's pre-K or our high schools. From a sequencing standpoint then, once we've created those conditions for learning, we have to ensure that our students have executive functioning skills. Executive function includes focused attention, working memory, and self-control. Those skills represent the ability to pause, or what we call decoupling the stimulus from the response, so that I take into consideration all of the information that's incoming, and then I pause and I move on to the thinking part of it. That's where I can think about more cognitively complex information and make more critical decisions, be much more creative. And in order to use that information, we have to use high quality content, not just in our academic areas, but also in the social emotional areas. So we develop social, pro-social, cognitive, and emotional self-regulation skills for our students by very intentionally providing both direct instruction and then integrating those practices throughout the day. When you combine all of that in that neurodevelopmentally sequenced model in a very intentional way across all of our schools, now we're maximizing student learning, not just for graduation from EVSC, but throughout every stage of their life.